So anyway, we got a bunch of things going on. First of all, what happened with Tops? You know what's so funny? Yesterday I was looking at Andrea and everyone was making fun of me how I hate the cruise ships. Not the cruise ships, actually, the shipping ships and stuff like that. And you could see the stock right here. What a great runner up and everything. I think everyone did great. Look, running up again. This thing is awesome. Really, really like Top. I was just happening to go check on level 4 on Tops, and let me tell you, this thing's got some really nice iceberg orders. Let me just bring them up there. Look at those iceberg orders right there. You got there, you got there. Look at it, everywhere. Icebergs everywhere. There she blows. Look at that. Big iceberg order at 550. So anyway, nice day so far. I'm looking forward to Top. Let's talk about some of the stocks really quick, what's going on. But before we do that, I want to talk about what's going on with the market. We are down 436 points. You know what's crazy? When you listen and you watch what they talked about this morning, that the job reports is better than they expected, the market ends up going down. And they beat it by, a lot, but they were looking at certain industries, and that's what you have to understand. Because people, it was still below before pandemic, as in where it is. And you also want to look at where the industries are going, where the jobs are and stuff like that. But the good thing is it's going to make some really nice volatility. We had a great run up yesterday in the market. It was just fabulous. The day before, we came down a little bit. We'll hover there. But, we did come back a little bit, but we'll see how this market goes. Listen, there's a lot of resistance on the Dow right around this 3460. You could see it there on the long-term chart right there. But overall, it's just another adventure here at Cybertrade University. Great action, great everything. But anyway, regarding about what traded yesterday on some of the stocks, because we need to talk about that before we start going through the watch list. We had a couple of stocks. RMed. Oh my God, RMed. This thing right after hours, and it was funny. You could, if you traded after hours, this thing just took off like a rocket. This thing went from $3 to $5. It did not stop. It had started right around the last 5 minutes of the close of the market. So RMed is going back on the watch list. But remember, all that big movement that you see that it's up right now 30% is because of yesterday. But we're going to definitely put it on the watch list. A couple other stocks also that did pretty well. We know about Tops. Okay, Tops is going back on the watch list. Doing okay, TOPS. I'm just writing that down. A lot of other stocks that did really well. I mean, Shopify, we did really well with Shopify too. That's been a really fun day trade. And it's been a really fun swing trade. Okay, so when you look here on the swing trade, you could see how we're breaking higher highs, and the stock, what's crazy about it, it had a lot of resistance levels right around $40. And once finally it broke it, you could see now it's testing some other resistance levels back here in August, right around the $42, $43 price range. But she's down today. She was pretty good yesterday. You could see how volatile she can get, and she could have some really nasty shakes right here. But, if you got at the right place, boom, the thing took off. But it was very, very volatile. You're talking about a category 3 when it comes trading that. And for some of you that are watching YouTube or, or are new here to cyber trading, you got a or a trial member, Josh is actually finishing up one of the classes today, phase 2, lesson 4. And I'm going to be doing phase 3 next week. But it is very important what's called the 3 T's: tradable, trend, and trap. So the first T, the stock is not within your tradable category. You want to stay away from it. A couple other stocks also I just want to touch upon before we move on. AMC had a really nice pop in AMC yesterday. Awesome. And you know what? If you came in late and you're not an early bird person, let's say you're a midday person, depending on, not because you're early bird or wake up early like some of us, but maybe you're from the West Coast. You don't want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe you're in Hawaii. But listen, this thing made a nice run right around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Great run on AMC. We also had a good run up in Wayfair. A little bit more expensive. Not really my fan. I mean, all of them did pretty well. BBBY, Bed Bath & Beyond had a good move yesterday also. I feel like a lot of them were a little bit more the mean stocks. I guess BBY moved a little bit due to AMC. And just one last stock I want to bring up that for some of you who are not here to look at, this stock, GDRX, moved really, really nice too. Very inexpensive. Stock was $430. By 10 o'clock, it was already $480. you don't need a lot of money to do this, and this is what you have to look at, and this is where people get their things in order. By the way, GDRX, ever heard of it? Good RX. It was so funny. I'm watching the commercials on TV, and I'm like, damn, this is a pretty cool idea. First of all, not to get like, I don't understand the whole medical industry and stuff like that, but like, why could you go to, if you have medical insurance, you're supposed to get, you're supposed to get cheap, you're supposed to help you with your drugs, right? But you can go here and you get coupons, and it's sometimes even cheaper. I never understood that. Maybe somebody could explain it to me. I guess it happened with my ACL. I got a funny story to tell all of you about my ACL, and I'll tell you at the end. But it's the same thing about Good RX. I don't understand. Like, it just shows you how inflated the medication industry is. You can go here and get it cheaper. Meanwhile, if you have insurance, it's cheaper than that. So why even need in the first place? I don't know. But anyway, it was a good stock. It was an IPO. It wasn't too much, but it really took a big hit lately. So we'll see what that happens. Anyway, so we got our stocks and the big percentage gainers. You could see Top D just took out that big iceberg order right around 550. So boom, we're right there. You can see it took it out right there. Nice little stock. Follow the orders. So anyway, that's on the watch list. Another stock that made a really big push this morning. I know a lot of you were trading this morning. It started around 7:30, but look at that, 11 all the way to 15. Great volume, 9 million shares. You could see, though, it's testing resistance levels back in November. But AVXL, let me just hop over here and see what we got on level 4. AVXL, let me get the data on that. Just got to load up. See what we got. All right, talk to me. All right, so we got a little bit of a ladder effect kicking in. We see there was a big iceberg order here, here, and here. So we could see they're out there. Not really seeing any other orders out there if it breaks out of it. So that's a good sign for maybe to go a little bit higher there. All right, a couple of the stocks that also made the watch list. Number 2 on the list right here is at 9%. That just shows you there's really not that much going on. It's obviously going up because of the news that came out, ETF. Tour, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's done. Losers, anything good there on the dead cat bounces? No, nothing. Nothing really good. RMed, we're putting this back. Oh, we already have it on our list. That's right. Duh. Okay, that one we already know that from yesterday. OT, 19%. Oh, ugly spread. Disgusting. Too expensive. I don't like the tier sizes. A lot of these stocks are not tradable. Any good losers? No, there goes Boyle. By the way, keep an eye on Boyle. Boyle is a really nice swing, short-term swing trade. So we're getting to Boyle close to that support levels. This stock moves in $20 intervals. So I like trading Boyle. So keep an eye on that one too. But it's not a good day trade at all. What's today? Today is Friday. Friday. So what is Friday? What are you doing Friday? It's not the summertime. But, a lot of, other than the news that came out this morning, there's not really that much. A lot of companies don't come out with news going over the weekend. But we'll see. We were wrong about that a couple of days ago with pre-market because we had a lot of stocks that kicked in when the market opened up. So we'll put the alerts out there as we see them. But overall, not really that much out there. I mean, there were a couple of stocks that we had that thought we were going to move good in pre-market. We put the watch list out there, the pre-market watch list, but not as much out there. All right. Anything I'm missing I did not call out? Anything else? No other question? All right, good. So anyway, let me tell you about my ACL. A lot of you know I busted my, I torn my ACL. And anyway, I'm doing great, everyone. I'm doing fine. It was very brutal for the first 6 weeks. I'm starting to get a little better. I can't run. I can't do any stuff like that. But I was getting measured for a sport brace, okay? If anyone knows what a sport brace is, maybe some of you here that got knee replacements know what that is. So anyway, long story short, okay? So I go to the doctor's office, and I get fitted. They call me back, and they told me this brace cost $1,600. I'm like, really? $1,600? I'm like, doesn't seem kind of like excessive. And like, well, whatever it is, that's what it is. Okay. But, I have medical insurance, right? So my medical insurance overlapped, and they had to redo my medical insurance during that time. So before they were paying 90%. I just found out they were covering 50%. So they want me to come out of pocket after dishing out over $3,500 in family medical insurance. I got to come up with another $800 to cover this sport brace. So I'm like, do I really need it? Like $800? Are you kidding me? So anyway, I told them, what happens if you can't afford it? I mean, no, I'm sorry. This is what I did. I asked them for the name. I look it up on the website. I'm like, wait a minute. I can go to this website, that same brace, the same company. They sell it for $800. Why are you charging me $1,600? You know what I mean? Well, if you don't have insurance, we could sell it to you for $800. But I do have insurance. You're charging me $1,600, so I'm still paying $800. What am I not seeing here? I'm asking them. And they're like, well, we don't know what your insurance is going to pay us for the $1,600, so we have to charge you $1,600. All right, so let's say the last brace you charged me was $1,100, and they paid you $1,100, and you charged me 10% of it, and it cost me $120. Why now you charge them $1,600? I got to pay the same price. You see what I'm saying? They're like, why don't you just bill them $800, and I pay the $500, so it only cost me $400. Oh, we can't do that. You can't do that. That doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. Oh, okay. Now I know why. Now I know why our whole medical industry is all screwed up. So anyway, I have to pay all those levels of income. Yeah, Mark, absolutely. But I'm so ticked off, about what they did there. And I'm like, you know what? If you were a stock, because I'm a trader, I probably would not get emotional, but I would short the hell out of you. And I would go viral in public on that. But anyway, that's my story about what happened to me the other day. I thought I wanted to share it with you. And I know we have a lot of people here that are going through something similar of something ridiculous, medical industry, and you're fighting with them all the time on stuff like that. But I just got a taste of, how corrupt they are. You know what I mean? I hate to say it. Well, anyway, let's get back to the market. Market's opening up in a little bit. We got a little watch list. Listen, don't get too cocky. Don't get too crazy today. It is Friday, but if we see something, we'll say something. Hopefully you'll have a good day like yesterday. Listen, Tops is doing great. We're getting some big pops on that stock. And, listen, I told you, once that iceberg order got filled at 550, you could see it right there, and that order got filled. Look where we're at. Stock almost went to over 650. So congratulations, everyone. Hopefully you did pretty well and you jumped in, when you're supposed to in pre-market right around $4. And if you logged in late and you came in here, at 8:30, you got it at 5. You're doing pretty awesome so far. So if it was up to me, take your money, enjoy the rest of the day. We'll see you back here on Monday, or we'll see you in class. In the meantime, everyone, if I don't see you, we'll be back here at 2:30. YouTube for fans, Cyber Group members, we'll be back here then. We'll start commentating once the market opens up. Happy trading, everybody.